Weekly press conference. Thanks for coming. Very proud and pleased to announce the latest edition of Buffalo Sabres organization, or to the Buffalo Sabres organization, Mikhail Grigorenko, and we're thrilled and excited to have him under contract for the next 3 years, and we're thrilled and excited to have his skill level and his playing ability as a part of our organization. So with that, Mikhail?
I'm so happy to finally sign a contract, and now I really can feel that I'm 100% part of the organization. And I was like so excited yesterday because first I was really excited when they dropped me, but after that it was like next step to sign a contract. Now I signed, so next step is to make the team and play NHL. So,
Darcy, will he be given every opportunity to make the team in training camp?
He will. He will. And you know, we have a number of young players that he will be competing with, but he will have every opportunity.
Is that almost the expectation when you sign a player in their first year that they will be in the NHL?
No, I don't think that's the, you know, I don't think it's fair to put those expectations on guys that sign NHL contracts, but with respect to any player that we put under contract, an NHL contract, it is our belief that they will and have the ability and capability to play in the National Hockey League at some point. I think in Mikhail's case it will be driven by him, and it will be driven by you know, training camp and exhibition games, and a sense of where he fits and how he fits, and not just the opportunity, but we have a responsibility and an obligation to make sure that we put him in a position to succeed, not just on the short term, but the long term as well.
And Darcy, typically in the past, you know, you've had guys cut their teeth in the minors. Or what is it about him, about his game, and obviously, you know, him falling to you guys in the draft? Just maybe what you've seen from him in the development camp or whatever that gives you confidence maybe he can make that transition sooner rather than later.
Well, he's first is his size and his skating ability, his skill level. I think with younger players, and it's the biggest challenge is usually revolves around when you have the things that he has. The biggest challenge revolves around the maturity level of that individual on the ice. You know, your ability to think the game. You're now playing against men. You have to compete for the puck at a very high level and a consistent level. And we, you know, that often the difference between the younger players and the older players is the older players have figured out how to play more hockey within a shift. And that means that you're not standing, you're not watching, you're not trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. You understand it, and you're in flow and you're in movement with, you know, your teammates.
Mikhail, do you feel ready for the NHL, and if so, why?
I mean, I don't know if I feel ready because I never played against like NHL players. Or, I mean, the development camp there was some guys from NHL, but I mean, I think like I'm in good shape now and getting like better and better. But I hope when I will be in the camp, I'll be able to compete with the guys and we'll be ready.
What did the development camp do to get you further along that path? I'm sorry, what did the development camp do to make you ready?
I mean, just to, I don't know, to believe that you can compete with some NHL players. I mean, those younger guys, I don't know if they were like 100% like, you know, like compete with us, but I was like, you know, I was feeling that, I mean, I can compete with them, so.
What more do you feel you have to do to make the team?
Just train a lot and work hard, and I don't know, maybe when I'm going on the ice, maybe try to play with the same confidence that I had like in juniors, and try to be everything I feel I can do.
What's it like, July 18th, your 2 first-rounders signed, everyone's talking about them possibly making the team. I mean, that's really heavy for her.
No, it's a good feeling organizationally, not only because of the 2 first-rounders, but I think we're in a different position organizationally, depth-wise. Whether it's, Marcus Foligno, we were just over in the Players Lounge, and Marcus Foligno's there, and Luke Adams there, and McNabb is there, and some other guys like Phil Groen and Crawford, guys that had good years in Rochester. And when you start looking at the depth, you have a lot of confidence organizationally that a number of these guys will be not only playing the NHL, but will play for a long period of time. And then to have them together, a lot of them have stayed over from the development camp to continue their training. In Mikhail's case, he will go back in all likelihood to play with Russia's the World Junior Team camp group. I think they've got 2 games in Yaroslav, and they've got 2 games in Halifax in August. So he'll have the benefit of playing through August. So all of those things are very positive for him individually and for the organization.
Mikhail, how much interest or competition was there from the KHL to try and sign you?
It wasn't any competition. They just, before the draft, they just wanted me to know, and that they're interested in me, and they asked me like what I feel, like what I want to do with my career, and I said, I'm sorry, like I want to be an NHL player, and I want to just be drafted, sign a contract, and we'll do everything to make the team. And for now, I don't even think about KHL.
What do you think staying with Tyler Ennis right now, Darcy?
We've had one conversation, and we'll continue to negotiate through the week here, through this week again, and move it forward. As with Pat Coletta as well.
Does the labor uncertainty at all play into trying to sign a guy like Tyler Ennis and not knowing exactly what the labor structure could look like?
No, it really doesn't. The expectation prior to it, and even with the understanding we currently have, whatever reports are out there, it doesn't change anything either with Pat or with Tyler.
Where do you stand with Rochester? Do you want to add a couple more guys, or?
We are filling up quickly in Rochester. If we sign another player, it probably is just 1, maybe 2, but we've got a pretty strong full roster there right now. One of the things to the CBA issue is that you do have to take into account. Hopefully it's not the case, but in the event that there's any kind of work stoppage, it does impact things like your American League franchise, and so it's some of the things that you just kind of plan for.
In the defense depth, you have obviously a ton of defensemen. Do you want to try to make a trade before camp, or how do you want to do it?
No, we're not. You asked about if we're going to add any more players. The one possibility is if we did trade a defenseman for a forward because of our depth on the back end. There are some conversations, but it's fairly quiet right now.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.